Hello everyone, my name is Jitendra Bafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we are going to see how you can apply OAuth 2.0 to MuleSoft API using Auth0 and the JWT validation policy. So basically, we are going to use Auth0 as a OAuth provider, and we will implement JWT validation policy for our API. Okay, so as you're aware, OAuth provide a various kind of grant types. So client credentials, authorization code, implicit code, then refresh token, password. In this tutorial, we will use a grant type as a client credential. Okay. Yeah, I will going to publish a video on grant type, authorization code, refresh token, but in this video we will focus on grant type client credential. I will also explain how a grant type client credential works. Before that, let me show I have an API deployed, no policies applied to this. This is world time zone API. Let me send the request. Let me remove all the headers. Okay, so I got the response. Like there is no policy applied on that. Now first understand what is a client credential. I have an image. I will show that image to you. So basically how it works. So basically what we do, first step, we registered a application in the Auth0. Auth0 is a OAuth provider. Okay. Once we register the application, it will give a client ID and the client secret. So the client will send a client ID and the client secret to the token URL. So basically Auth0 token URL. Okay. So this particular token URL will validate a client ID and a client secret. If everything is fine, it will return a access token, which is also known as a bearer token or authorization header token. Basically we send that bearer token in the authorization header. Now we can call a actual API. We can send the request to the resource server. In this case it will be the API manager. We send to the resource server with a bearer token in an authorization header. So resource server receive the request, validate the token. If token is successful, it's a valid token, it will return a response back to the client, a proper JSON response back to the client. In case if token is invalid, it will say invalid token back to the client. What I mentioned, first step, we have to configure a application in Auth0. So you have a Auth0. You at the top you can see a create application button. Then you select a create application. I can say MuleSoft demo. Then I can say machine to machine application create. You can select your audience. You can select all. Okay. Now authorize. Once you authorize, it will generate everything for you. So settings, if you go into settings, you can see your client ID, you can see your client secret. And just forget about this allowed callback URL. This is used for like grant type authorization code. In this demo, we are going through a client credentials. Then you just keep as it is. Go to advanced setting, check advanced setting grant type. So you can see client credential is allowed. You can even allow multiple grant type on one application. Then you have endpoints. So you have authorization endpoints, you have token endpoints. Okay. So the other thing, this is now we have to secure our API. So we can go to apply new policy. Then you can go to JWT validation policy. Select latest one. Then configure a policy. Then where you want to send a authorization header, I will say authorization header I want in the header part. Signing method, it's RSA 256, so it's selected by default, but I don't want to provide a text. I will provide a JWS KS URL. So you can copy this URL and just try to paste on internet. He will see some keys in this particular URL. So this key is basically used to validate the token Okay, you can see the algorithm is RSA 256, that you can get it from here. So I will copy this URL, then I will go to my JWT validation policy. I will paste it here. Okay, so this is under GKWS. You can skip client ID. I don't want to validate it. Yeah, that if you want any custom like scope or anything needs to be validated, you can click here. You can provide the scopes, whatever, but I don't want to validate it. So for now, I will keep these settings and I can say apply. Okay, so you can, it takes some time. So let's wait. Now the second thing, we have to generate a token and we have to send in the authorization header of the request. So let me check if the policy has been applied or not. So let me check send. So we got bad request, JWT token is required. Let me pass a token authorization. Bearer, I can pass anything. It should give, now it's giving unauthorized invalid token because we have to generate the token first. For generating the token, we require a token URL. So I can go to auth0 and I can copy this token URL and paste it on my REST client. Okay, so it's always post method and you have to pass a body. How can you get the body? In body, we either you can get the body from this quick start. So this is your body. So client ID, client secret, it required audience, and the grant type. Okay, but I will just copy this particular URL required, but I will make the body myself so you understand like exactly what I am trying to do it. So I will create a JSON message which take a client ID, okay, then client secret, then you want audience, and even you can copy the URL that body from quick start also. The next thing, we require a grant type. Then I can say client, small letter, client credentials. Okay, this is the body. Now I have to get a client ID and client secret. So this is your client ID and client secret. It's available in this particular example, but you have other way you can copy from this settings. Just copy this and paste it to this client ID. Now client secret, this is the client secret. Go to your, paste it. Okay, you got a client ID and the client secret. Now send the request. You should get the token. So this is the token. If you want to decode this token, right, so you can use jwt.io to decode the token. Just paste it here, jwt.io. So it will show all the details what available in this token, and also like what keys and available with this particular token. You can definitely decode the token, but now I have to pass the token as a bearer. I will remove this bearer space and this token. Okay, now send the request. I don't know what's happened. Something is not correct. I haven't copied it properly. Let me regenerate the token. I will put authorization. Okay, then I can generate the token again. Something has been missed, I think. Then I can say bearer space control V, send the request. Don't know why 300. Let me check some configuration on my this particular API manager and validation policy. Something is not correct here. RSA 256 JWKS OpenID, well known. OpenID config. Let me check this URL. Endpoints. Yeah, I think I have copied the wrong URL. It's not OpenID configuration, it's this URL. You can paste it here. Okay, even, yeah, you can browse. That's correct. Okay, so that is fine. So you have to use the correct URL. Let's wait. It takes some time for policy to get applied. Okay, it take 45 seconds for changes to get applied. Okay, not 40, sometime it take lesser also, sometime it take more. Let me generate the token again. Let me remove this value. I can put authorization. Copy the token, go to your REST client space, and then send it. So we got a successful response, right? So this is how you can use a client credential as your grant type. Okay, and use JWT validation policy to validate the token. If I do anything with this particular token, it's a invalid token. Okay, and apart from that, I will show you some more thing. What are the so basically you get the scopes. What are the scopes for this particular token, when your token will expire, and what is the type of your token. So this is how you can implement OAuth for the MuleSoft API using JWT and Auth0 client credential grant type. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please click on like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.